Join me on an emotional roller coaster in Medellin as I go to two museums that brought tears to my eyes. The Museo Casa de la Memoria and the Museo El Castillo. Was I able to hold back my tears, or was I a snotty mess after each? Keep watching to find out. So I'm going to the Museum of Memories. I can't remember the Spanish name, I'll figure it out later. But the closest metro stop is the Bicentenario. I know you guys love my pronunciation of Spanish. But the cool thing is this one is actually one of the trams. So you can take the train and then transfer to the tram, and it will save you the trouble of hiking uphill. Because believe me, hiking uphill is with the sun and the heat and the humidity, it can get a little intense. So so to the best of my knowledge, it is somewhere in this general direction. So worst case scenario, if I get abducted, we'll at least have it on film and it'll make for good content. So and so yeah, the Museum Memories, everyone tells me it's definitely something you should check out. And the cool thing is admission is free, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't check it out. And what it is it's dedicated to the memory of all the people who have lost their lives due to just all of the violent events that have occurred more recently in the last sort of few decades in here in Medellin. And once again, anyone who even has a faint sort of grasp on any kind of popular culture knows that there are just a lot of really horrible things that have happened here over the years. Unfortunately, some of it has been sort of glamorized because of a certain individual that they don't really speak of here very much, just because there are still a lot of people who have, who either lost someone or know someone who has lost someone because of the actions of that man. Yeah, I mean, public opinion here on him is definitely a little mixed, but anyone who was old enough to remember the events definitely aren't too pleased with him. And it seems like it's the younger generation, though, who grew up not knowing him and who have unfortunately got to know him through popular culture, through movies, tend to kind of glamorize him a little bit. So it's a little bit of a sore point. So if you do come here to Medellin, just keep that in mind. And definitely it's important to learn about history so that we hopefully can avoid repeating past mistakes, but definitely be mindful of not to celebrate certain things, but just to educate. So anyways, off to a slightly more sort of a different note. And one thing you'll notice in Medellin when you're walking around is there's a lot of graffiti. So do enjoy the graffiti. In some cases the graffiti is more elaborate than others, but all in all, graffiti tells a valuable story about the city. I don't always understand that story, but I do try. Alright, so as you can see, traffic in Medellin, they always stop for you at the crossings. I'm just kidding. Hopefully no one takes me seriously. Like, no, even when you're supposed to cross, even with the lights, when you're anywhere in Colombia, watch the traffic. They don't always adhere to traffic signs or traffic lights or whatever it is. So anyways, here is indeed the Museo Casa de la Memoria. So opened in December of 2011. Oh, okay, nice. Been here for a little while and it's still as shiny as ever, so that's good. Although before I go into the museum, I just want to kind of show, and I love the way they've kind of built this place and landscaped it out, and it kind of, as you're walking up, you see this amazing view of the mountainside there, and everything in Medellin is sort of green and orange, you'll notice, just because of the bricks and also because of all the lush vegetation. So and these bricks have a little design on them. There, if I understood Spanish, I'd probably be able to tell you Tenencia de la Tierra, something about the earth, maybe. I'm sure somebody can tell me, or I'll look it up later, try to figure it out. But yeah, no, it's I love interesting buildings. I mean, even buildings like that were kind of, that look like they're haphazardly put together, have personality, and that's great. This museum, obviously a lot of thought and love was put into putting this together, so that's also, you know, great. All right, so when you arrive at the museum, you just have to register. They'll just ask you some questions, put down your name, where you're from, kind of thing. Nothing too intense. Only the questions with the asterisks are required, so keep that in mind. And they'll ask you for like what kind of ID, but you can just put down passport. You don't have to put down your passport number. So yeah, that way you don't have to give up too much information. But here we are, the entrance into the blue door. So let's check out the Museum of Memories here. I also do like that they're taking into consideration the fact that it isn't obviously just the more recent people that have been sort of hurt by all the we'll call it the drug wars and all that stuff that's happening in the last few decades, but obviously the original Aboriginal people of in Colombia were also, you know, not treated very well either, and so they do recognize that fact that the original inhabitants here were also victims of just, you know, horrible violence as well. Absolutely beautiful museum, and definitely take the time to read everything in here. Just finished at the Memory Museum with the Casa de la Memoria, and wow, I mean that's an emotional roller coaster. It's not a big museum, but they've definitely packed a lot into it, and definitely gives you perspective. It's pretty. Check it out. Definitely check it out. Although, I mean, they do have also pictures of some of the victims in there as well too, so that kind of hits you differently when you see the faces. But yeah, I mean, it's important to, once again, to find out what happened, to learn about it, and to do everything possible to prevent it from happening again. So definitely make the museum part of your trip to Medellin. I'm just kind of taking a look around a little bit, the area around the Memory Museum here, or the Casa de la Memoria. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. My Spanish sucks. But I'm noticing that this seems to be like an art district, and there are other sort of like there's other art galleries and museums around, it seems. So if you do get a chance to plan this out better than I did, stay in the area and check out more of the museums and galleries around here. And there's also the Bicentennial Park or Square there. That seems that could be interesting as well. But yeah, it just seems like there's an interesting area to explore here. Exactly where we are, I'm not sure. I kind of, yeah, this is just something that I realized I'd forgotten to do. And so, I mean, because I'm gonna go off to explore another museum that's not in this area. It's actually a castle. There's actually a castle here. I know, it seems kind of crazy that there's a castle here, but there is a castle here. So I'm gonna go explore the castle shortly after this. But let's see whether or not how much of this I can take in before I have to run away. Alright, so just before it rains, hopefully I can catch some of this outside footage. I'm at the castle right now, the Museo El Castillo something. Anyways, My tour starts in about 10 minutes, so it costs more to see the interior of the castle as well as the it's cheaper if you just want to see the gardens and hang out here, but to go on the inside you have to be part of a tour. So they do tours in English, which is pretty awesome and fantastic. So yeah, they do it in Spanish and English, and so you do have to get a guide if you do go inside. And so but that's easy enough. I think it's like an extra 10,000 pesos if you want to go inside as well, but I think, you know what, you're already here, might as well. It's worth it, and it's absolutely beautiful, as you can see from the views up top here. Look at that fabulous fountain just dancing along. People obviously use this spot a lot for weddings and all kinds of other weird photo shoots. I'm sure they've probably shot a bunch of music videos here as well. And so let's see how much of the garden I can explore before either the skies open up. I can hear the thunder and lightning in the distance, so I imagine I don't have a ton of time. Or maybe my tour will start before it starts to rain. Hopefully that's the case. So yeah, look at these gardens, absolutely beautiful. And oh wait, I think I saw some lightning there. I think you saw. So yeah, it's definitely not long until the skies open up here on me. And so I check out that cool tree over here. It's got a lot of that, I think it's called Spanish moss that is on it. I've seen it, I remember seeing it a lot when I was in Savannah, Georgia. Definitely a fun spot. Let's see. Here's another fun shot of the castle. I should remember once again to get this shot before I have to go in, or before the skies open up on me. And yeah, if any of you guys have been to this castle, let me know what you think of it, whether or not you felt it was worth it. And did you do the full tour of the inside and the outside, or did you just stay outside and tour the gardens? Either way, it would be a fun way of enjoying the grounds. Although for just a moment I was hoping these gardens would be in some kind of a maze, but no, it's really just a sort of symmetrical design, probably not unlike what you see in a hola, hablas English? No, okay. That's okay. Hola. But yeah, no, I was hoping they spoke some English. You can say hello to them and do the thing. But yeah, I think this is more reminiscent, I want to say, of like French garden design rather than like, at first I was gonna say English. Actually, you know, it's probably Spanish design. Never mind, since we're in a Spanish speaking country, it probably is a Spanish design. I'm totally out of it. Can you tell I've only had 3 cups of coffee today, and usually by this time late in the day I've had at least 4 or 5. So that's all right. I'll find a way to function. And look at those beautiful fountains over there. I love fountains. They really are like the absolute best. And oh look, yeah, they got like, ooh, they've got a professional shoot going on here. Very, very cool. I someday hope to be that cool. Not really, actually. It would freak me out if I had a professional shoot. It would totally throw me off. But let's see. I've got about 6 minutes before my tour starts. Let's see how much more of the outside here I can check out. This is very, very pretty. And let's see, that's the museum. Let's check out the garden, the fountain here. Wow, look at the view of the city. Woo. I hope I caught that on camera there, the lightning that just flashed over there in the distance. Lots of fun. Very cool. The important thing with lightning is not to get hit by lightning, because I can imagine it's not pleasant to get hit by lightning. Although many people do get hit by lightning every single year, and I'm sure they're all like, why did I do that? That was not cool. But maybe I'm wrong. So if you've been hit by lightning and really enjoyed it and recommend it for everyone, let me know. That's enough messing around out here. I think it's about 3 minutes away from the start of my tour, so I gotta run in and get the tour, and I will let you guys all know about it, because they don't allow me to film or take pictures inside the castle. So I don't want to get because you know, if I do it, they'll probably hit me with an actual bolt of lightning. I will talk to you in a bit. So this is a courtyard just outside the castle where they are allowing us to take some shots, and so I thought I'd just do a little video of this beautiful courtyard here. And that statue was a gift from one of the owners. I think it's the second owner, to his daughter. So it's a baby singing on a fish, because that's what you give to your kid, a statue of maybe them singing on a fish. Just one of the balconies outside the castle right now. It's pretty cool, and it's just off the bedroom for their daughter, Isolda, I believe her name is. But if you are stepping out here, be careful, because these tiles are all slightly unstable and they'll move around on you. Some of them, like I said, are kind of broken, so watch your step. But that's pretty much everywhere in Medellin. Watch your step. The infrastructure isn't as well maintained as as in some places, and so you have to kind of keep an eye out. Oftentimes there are especially manhole covers that are missing. I guess someone decided to sell off the metal, but also the pavement is cracked in a lot of places, and there are just holes just due to wear and tear, and it happens. So yeah, just watch your step. But either way, this is just the balcony off Isolda's bedroom, which actually I find really creepy because there's lots and lots of dolls in there. I wish I could show you, but fortunately can't take any photos or footage inside the castle, so you just have to take my word for it. Lots of creepy dolls in there, lots of creepy dolls. Just on the outside of the balcony, this is Benedicta, the second owner's wife's bedroom here. Pretty cool, and you can see in the distance the rain over there. It's kind of interesting. I mean, once again, the thunder and the lightning continues, but you can kind of, I hope you can make it out just in the distance there, where it's kind of like a little bit foggier. That's where the rain is going down. It's just really wild to watch, but I'm not looking forward to that rain hitting over here, because I'm probably going to be leaving here shortly, and not looking forward to walking through that. But good thing I always have an umbrella on me. Just finished touring the inside of the castle, and man, this has been an emotional day, because I started off at the Museum of Memories, where once again you're remembering all the people that have lost their lives in urban violence here in Medellin, and then this castle here. Oh, the family, not the original, the first family that, or the first person that built it didn't end up living here very long. I believe he passed away shortly after it was finished. But then the person who bought it and who moved in with his family, it's so tragic. I mean, the husband eventually ended up passing away. Unfortunately, he was like the first person to be kidnapped in Medellin, and then he ended up dying during the kidnapping. And his only daughter unfortunately passed away at the age of 18, just 4 months before he got kidnapped. And so then his wife ended up kind of being all alone here, and it's absolutely tragic. I mean, but they did a lot of great things for the city. They're great philanthropists, and they gave back a lot. And because of his daughter passing away early, he donated a lot of money to pediatric health research, and so those were some great things that came of it, but just absolutely gut-wrenching. And it's just, I mean, it'd be unfortunate no matter who it happens to, and I know some people are like, oh, they're very wealthy, so it doesn't hurt as much. But you know what, losing someone you love, no matter what, it hurts. So it's never easy to hear, and it's just too bad. I mean, unfortunately, that's life. And kind of almost like the weather is reflecting my sentiments. The clouds are rolling in, the thunder, the rain over there. You can see that wall of rain just ready to come down on us here. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get back. Let's see. But here's the castle one last time, and apparently the man who built the castle actually was inspired by French architecture and everything. So my original thought that this kind of looked a little bit like a French garden is probably correct, because this is all inspired by his time in France. And so yeah, to some degree it's probably maybe not 100% accurate depiction of it, but probably they've borrowed 90% of the elements of a French garden. And also the interior is very much like Louis the 13th, I think, style. And so he was definitely inspired by the by Versailles, I want to say. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you did, and if you've ever come here to visit, let me know what you thought of it. And yeah, and if you haven't, I highly recommend coming to visit the Museo de Casa something. I'll put it on the screen. I can never remember it. I'm a mess right now. I need more coffee or something. Anyways, I'll figure this out. Okay, talk to you later. Ciao.